me tell you why it looks like we call out pastors a lot. See, it's better you are just a believer on the pew. You are just a Christian that goes to church on Sundays and not a pastor. Because the responsibility bestowed on you by the fact that you are leading a lot of lives astray, or you are leading them to a right direction, that responsibility is such a huge one. We have to call you out, because if we don't call out when you are going astray, a lot of people's life are at stake. In fact, every pastor, every leader, every GO need to be careful of what they preach and what they teach and how they act. You know why? Because people believe you. A lot of people believe in you. Whatever you say can have a ripple effect on a generation. Listen, one person that you taught the wrong thing is going to believe it, pass that belief to his children, pass that belief to his friends, pass that belief to their husbands and their wives. If he is a CEO, he's going to pass that belief to those under him. If he has any kind of influence in the society, my dear, that is the mindset he's going to carry. Remember, the greatest force on earth is the force of the mind. Joyce Meyer wrote a book and she called it The Battlefield of the Mind. The real battle is actually of the mind. If our leaders, their mind, the real battle we are facing in religious settings and political settings is the battlefield of the mind. If our religious and political leaders have the best kind of mindset, we will not be where we are today. Both in Christendom, both in the religious sect, and both in our political life. In our economy will not be where we are today. Imagine a leader, imagine a president that is production-minded, that wants to produce instead of want to consume. Imagine a leader that is truly a leader at heart, that wants the best for the people. It's all about mindset. The battlefield is in the mind. In Chinua Achebe's There Was a Country, he says something. Everything falls and rises on leadership. And he is not even far from the truth. Now, if the leader of a home, that is the father, if he has the right mindset, even his wife, his children, it will rub off on them. There will not be any problem in that marriage. Just the mindset, you know, some men have the mindset that it is the woman that builds a house. And when they lie to themselves that much, you will see them exhibit the character that shows that that is actually who they are. The kind of people who don't take responsibility for anything, who push responsibility over to the women. And they do not have an idea how that alone can crumble their home, how that alone can have a negative impact in how their home is established. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. Listen, the people that will make a lasting impression on you are not just the people that gives you sermons. Yes, some sermons do transform, okay? Because when we preach about Christ, it does transform. But do you know where the real transformation is? It's in discipleship. And in discipleship, what they learn mostly is your character. Hi, Jesus. You will have a deeper impression on them by your actions rather than your sermons. What is going to stay with your disciples is actually your conduct, not what you preach to them. Sharing the gospel is very wonderful, but if you don't live it out, and what is the life of the gospel? The life of the gospel is a life of love. Whatever it is that the gospel preaches is what you should live. The gospel preaches and teaches love. It preaches and teaches mercy. It preaches and teaches discipline. It preaches how God does not judge us anymore. So your lifestyle, you understand? Your lifestyle should emulate the gospel, should emulate the key ingredients or the key elements of the gospel, which is that we must see you being non-judgmental. We must see you showing mercy and showing love. We must see you being genuinely interested in the good of others. We must see you saying the truth, in as much as the gospel set the sinners free. If you don't practice the gospel, your message will lose credibility and becomes questionable. For instance, if I tell you that, you don't have to tithe to be accepted by God. You don't have to give or do anything to be accepted by God. What that means is that if we actually believe in the gospel, we should live out our life in such manner that we love people unconditionally. Because if you don't do that, it will look as if you don't believe in what you preach, and your message will lose credibility. The question people will now be asking themselves, if you don't even believe the gospel enough to practice it, then why should we?